There is someone in Asia who is very calm. This person is waiting for the right opportunity and plans to reveal themselves when they feel ready. And shadow wars are about to begin under the sea. That thing is an airplane called the Kawasaki P-1, a beautifully designed aircraft with 4 engines that no one has ever seen before. It also moves silently around, so no one notices it. When you board it, you might wonder if you're getting on a military aircraft or a passenger plane. This aircraft is the first one the Japanese have made themselves, and its appearance is very important. Its mission is as follows. It acts as a maritime sentinel, alerts the shore if there is any danger, and takes the necessary action. It is also very fast because it has jet engines. It was built from scratch. Engineers sat down, thought it through, and came up with this aircraft. Other countries convert their old passenger planes into maritime aircraft, but the Japanese are particular about everything being new, so they took a risk and built this plane. The Japanese Ministry of Defense ordered a new plane instead of modifying a civilian aircraft like the US Navy did with the P-8 Poseidon. If something happens immediately, they can see it right away. And the biggest feature of this aircraft is that it has a long range and is equipped with the latest technology. The Japanese also considered whether they could create an aircraft capable of underwater warfare, and this aircraft was exactly what they needed. What was the solution? The Kawasaki P-1 was created using a completely new design. The P-1 is powered by 4 IHIF 710 turbofan engines, each capable of producing approximately 13,000 pounds of thrust. One feature that sets this aircraft apart from its competitors is its engines. This aircraft has 4 engines, while its competitors have 2. Why did the engineers do this? Is it better or worse? There are several reasons for this. In terms of safety, this aircraft is number 1, and other aircraft produce more power in their engines, which causes noise, but this aircraft is unusually quiet thanks to its engines. This is very important when you are trying to hear sounds below the surface rather than your own voice. The aircraft's avionics systems are also equally distinctive. The fly-by-light system, a first in operational military aircraft worldwide, is among its most futuristic features. Fly-by-light uses electronic signals like fly-by-wire, but does not use optical fibers, yet this aircraft has that technology. The reason for this is that it allows you to exit an electronic warfare environment unscathed and prioritizes your safety. When you step into this aircraft, imagine you're in a time machine because the flight experience feels that way. The crew has nearly science fiction level situational awareness thanks to large glass screens, fully integrated combat systems, and AI-powered threat analysis tools. It is like a soldier serving on the seas of Atsugi or Kanoya, providing assistance to other countries and not just staying in its own country. The aircraft frequently patrols the East China Sea, the Philippine Sea, and further afield in areas close to the seas of many countries such as the US, China, Russia, and North Korea, and reports any adverse situations to those countries. For this reason, it is a highly acclaimed aircraft. This aircraft is still not well known, which is a pity, but its competitors are the well-known American P-8 Poseidon or the older Lockheed P-3 Orion. Using sophisticated sonobuoy systems, magnetic anomaly detectors, and synthetic aperture radar, it operates at high altitudes to tell you if there is anything beneath the surface. You can then take appropriate measures accordingly. It does more than just hunt submarines. The P-1 can carry air-to-ground cruise missiles, depth charges, anti-ship missiles, and torpedoes. With its internal bomb bay and 6 external mounting points, you recognize it as an observation and warning aircraft, but it also has a hidden combat spirit that you can experience in times of need. It is a true networked combat node in Japan's defense infrastructure, and thanks to its built-in data links and interoperability features, can share real-time intelligence with other aircraft, ships, and ground stations. This aircraft is powerful, but there is one thing you may have overlooked. Compared to its competitors, which have multiple engines, this aircraft has 4 engines, yet it is remarkably quiet. In terms of quietness, this aircraft is unmatched. Every feature, from the aircraft's body design to the engine connections, is designed to reduce vibration and noise. You're in a battle underwater, and if your engine noise is too loud, they'll hear you, but you won't be able to hear them. So silence is just as important here as it is in a library. But here's where the story takes a turn. It's a very special and beautiful aircraft, and it's equipped with the latest technology. So why isn't anyone buying it? But why are they using it this way? The reason is not performance. According to all calculations, operations, the P-1 is performing better than expected. In tests with foreign navies, it demonstrated better durability and sensor accuracy. There is only one reason left, and that is the world's common problem: politics. Due to the government's politics, this aircraft is not being purchased or sold. Japan's relatively new defense export industry is still in negotiations with global trust and logistics ecosystems, unlike US-made aircraft, which are supported by decades of defense diplomacy and support infrastructure. The Japanese are very clear-cut people. They don't want short-range aircraft. They want aircraft that can stay in the air for long periods of time. Countries in the Indo-Pacific region may seek alternatives to the P-8 as regional tensions rise and the importance of maritime areas increases. Currently, this aircraft has not made much of an impact, and no one is paying attention to it, but things may change in the future. If you are looking for a stealth fighter jet, you should consider this aircraft because it is far ahead of its competitors and technologically superior. Japan's implicit confidence in the P-1 reflects a more comprehensive defense strategy based on certainty, methodicalness, and independence. While other more flashy competitors dominate arms fairs and international headlines, their performance falls short. But this aircraft is not flashy and is number one in terms of performance. From its specially designed Type 5 turbofan engines to its fly-by-light flight control system, which is among the first of its kind in production aircraft, everything was made for this aircraft, but it was prepared and sold specifically for this aircraft. No part of this commercial aircraft was taken from a civilian counterpart. This aircraft is purely Japanese, a purebred Japanese product, and a purebred military vehicle. Domestic production with a fully integrated ASW platform means that Japan will not be dependent on other countries or face difficulties in producing aircraft when materials cannot be found elsewhere. It will be able to directly install its own materials in its aircraft, saving it from having to search for spare parts even when airspace issues arise. You will be very important and privileged when you purchase this aircraft. The aircraft's performance metrics are equally impressive. With the P-1, which can reach speeds exceeding 800 kilometers per hour, has a range of over 8,000 kilometers, and can fly for hours over open waters, no competitor can match Japan. Additionally, this aircraft, which has a rare design for patrol aircraft in this era, has 4 engines, which is an advantage as it is more powerful, more reliable, and slightly quieter. Another advantage of the 4-engine configuration is that it provides more power margin for built-in systems such as radar, EW packages, directed energy weapons, and AI-assisted sonar analysis, as well as future additions. This aircraft is also known as a special aircraft designed specifically for future wars. It has been equipped with special weapons for combat operations. Additionally, there is real room for growth. This aircraft significantly outperforms its competitors in terms of performance, primarily due to its multiple engines, and it is being developed independently without relying on other countries. Other countries, such as the United Kingdom or India, have become dependent on the United States because they always purchase aircraft from there. In the future, they might go to war with the United States and be left without aircraft. So these countries have begun to turn to this aircraft to avoid taking risks, and it is gaining more importance. Japan's increasing participation in defense diplomacy through equipment demonstrations and joint exercises means that even though no one was paying attention to this aircraft before, the United Kingdom is now turning its attention to it. In the future, Japan may be approached for this aircraft. So what is preventing this? Price is undoubtedly a factor. The P-1 is a high-quality choice due to its special design, domestic production, and low production volume. No one recognized this aircraft, but recognition is the cornerstone of this world. The Japanese entered the defense industry at the beginning of this century, which was too late. However, this situation may soon change. Perhaps the future of maritime patrol lies not in Europe or America, but in the Pacific, where this aircraft, silently flying over the region, may emerge as a plane capable of bringing peace in the coming years. Despite its technical advantages and growing international interest, the Kawasaki P-1 remains a mysterious, high-level platform known to very few outside the defense industry. There is a cultural component to this. Japan has this thing where they want to sweetly make peace after the war. They are very polite and do not want to use force, and this is also stated in the Constitution. Although legal changes and reinterpretations have made it possible for Japan to engage in international cooperation and enhance its defense capabilities, it still takes a measured, almost delicate approach to showcasing its military military capabilities. P-1 is only responsible for performing the task assigned to it, and it is fulfilling its mission. Unfortunately, this means it does not feature prominently in advertisements. In addition, the task for which it was created is becoming increasingly complex. Due to China's increasing naval presence in the East and South China Seas, North Korea's irregular missile launches, and the growing importance of protecting extensive, exclusive economic zones, EEZs, this aircraft has become necessary for these reasons and will continue to be so. Satellites cannot remain in the same place for long periods of time. Unmanned aerial vehicles also have their limitations. Even ships are vulnerable beyond a certain point. But the P-1, this aircraft can quietly go to many places, return unnoticed, and silently track and strike enemies. The P-1 is still in the development phase technologically. With enhanced AESA radar systems, low-frequency active sonobuoy compatibility, and the integration of next-generation magnetic anomaly detectors, Japan is rising even higher with these upgrades. Efforts are also being made to facilitate real-time coordination with other platforms such as friendly drones, ground command centers, and even naval vessels, as well as to track the aircraft's location. In short, the P-1 is not static. It is a dynamic platform that adapts to the threats it is designed to counter. In addition, its potential areas of use surpass those of its well-known spiritual predecessor, the Lockheed P-3 Orion aircraft, offering the opportunity to make a difference at sea. The idea of upgrading its mission profile is being discussed. Electronic warfare support, long-range missiles for anti-ship attacks, signal intelligence, SIGINT flights. While flying in the air, something happened, and command is now yours. In the Indo-Pacific skies, the P-1 can easily become a multi-role powerhouse thanks to its size, durability, and power reserves. However, the real question is, can this aircraft surpass other countries' powerful aircraft in the future? Competition is likely to intensify, and suppliers will increase. Will the Japanese introduce this aircraft to the world, and will everyone have the opportunity to recognize it? We will see in the future. Will it either make its mark or remain a plane that can only operate within its own country without being recognized by other nations? What do you think? If you want to know more, stay tuned and join the discussion in the comments.